Roan in Virginia.
Okay, we got Grandma Green on the line. Let me try that name again. What's your name? Where you calling from?
I said Cassie from Virginia.
All right, Cassie from Virginia. She's making the coney bread. What's on your mind?
You gotta stop. Anyway, I'm just gonna tell you the story of. I'm agreeing with you because it was a friend of my mother's, and she was gorgeous. I remember her as a kid, and she was gorgeous, and she would use her looks for, just to trick men out of their money, or, she just used them. She just used them constantly. And her and my mother grew up together. My mother got married, had kids, and everything. And my mother wasn't a bad-looking woman, but this woman was gorgeous. And as time went on, she, got less and less and less. And she was back in the day when light skin was the thing. And as she got older, she realized that her looks are fading and she had to do something more.
Right, because here's the problem. The problem is you said something there, which is a big misnomer. You said that she was gorgeous. Well, yeah, that might be true. Here's the problem. Gorgeous is worthless if there's no one to pay for it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying is, as she got older, she never worked. Okay, she came from family with a little money, and she never worked. And of course, the money dried up, and the old people died out. And as she got older, she couldn't, I don't know the word to say, she couldn't manipulate like that, like she used to. So she had to get a job.
Well, that had to be soul crushing.
What now?
That had to be soul crushing.
Yeah, it had to be, And she got a job as a waitress because she never put any stock into anything else but using her beauty towards men, manipulating this, that, and the other. And when she get tired of one, she go to another, then men with money. And then she got older, the same men didn't want her anymore. So she had to work and stuff. So I'm agreeing with what you're saying. As you get older, that stuff is, usable when you're young, pretty, but you're not going to stay that way forever. And you got to put some stock in something more so you can have a cushion to fall back on. Right now, she's like, I guess she's like in her 80s or 90s, and the family had to take her in because she didn't get enough money on anything. And this is how some of them end up. Because they don't put stock into what's going to happen to me tomorrow.
Well, I mean, they don't. There's no foresight because when you're young and everything's going your way as a woman, the world's handed to you on a platter. Everybody gives you exactly what you want. You don't have to struggle. If you're a woman who's pretty, you don't have to struggle. And Cassie, she's having to struggle breathing. So let me go ahead and let her get back to the oxygen tank here. But Ambar, can we be honest about that? Being gorgeous, and like I say, people have complimented me to say the ladies I bring on are all for the most part attractive, except for a couple of exceptions. But the ladies I bring on are attractive. Okay, that's great. But Amber, can we be honest here? Beauty has no value if there's no man to pay for it. And I say a man because a woman is never going to pay for it. A woman is never going to compensate you for how you look. Just on that alone. You don't have any woman out there who's like, damn, Amber, you're cute. Let me pay your rent.
No, I agree. I definitely think that beauty and youthfulness, all of that does contribute to a man being able to give or contribute in a way. And I think, honestly, when I think into times, and I think about how a lot of people, back in the day got married at a younger age, right? Like that's when it was youthful. You're youthful and you're pretty and you have it going on. So you get married younger, And so I think that it is true. Like, I don't think a woman's going to say, oh, Amber, you look good. I'm going to pay for you. I'm going to pay for all your needs, all your necessities. Right. But a man will definitely pay for me and my necessities. Right. So those are some things I do agree with.
Let me go ahead and get caller from area code 469. You're on live with the business. What's your name? Where you call from? Okay, caller from area code 469 has been abducted. Caller from area code 708, you're on live with the business. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello, my name is Sandra. I'm from Chicago. Can you hear me?
Yes, Sandra from Chicago. What's on your mind?
Yeah. So you said that when women get older, like I'm 43, I've been driving a truck since I was 22. You said they lose value as they get older?
Yes, ma'am. A woman's value depreciates as she gets. A woman's value to men depreciates as she gets older. Yes, that is true.
Well, I'm thinking for me, as far as the word value, I think I'm more valuable because I have more experience in life.
Okay, who are the men who have paid to confirm what you're saying?
Well, I have a good father, my dad.
Your father pays. Your father pays for you, ma'am.
Oh, as I said, paved the way for me being valuable.
Okay, but ma'am, what I'm saying is that once you got over the age of, how old are you now?
I'm 43 now.
Okay, once you got over the age of 30, what men were saying that you were more who are paying you were saying that you were more valuable at 30 than you were at 20? Your intrinsic value.
I didn't need any kind of validation to be valuable by a man at 30 and 40.
Okay, so what you're telling me, have you ever been married?
I've never been married. I don't have any children.
Well, do you think there's a reason for that?
A reason why I'm not married, I put my profession forefront so I can make sure I can take care of myself.
Right.
So I don't have to be flooded out.
A woman does that. Let's be very clear, though. A woman does that when she knows she's a disciplinary problem. Well,
I don't want to I don't want to have to be submissive to somebody.
There you go.
To pay my way.
There you go.
But okay.
So in other words, ma'am, slow down. You fell for the trap.
Yes.
You went for the bait that, if I pay my own bills, then I don't have to get a man's approval. I can behave however I wish to. And I got veto power by paying my own bills. Now, here's where things get rough for you. You have no husband.
Yes.
You have no children.
No.
If you have a serious medical situation in 10 years, who's going to take care of you? Who is going to see to your personal affairs?
They have hospitals.
Ma'am, the hospital is not going to see, the hospital is not going to see your personal affairs. So let me ask this again, since you went for an irrelevant response, because you already know the answer. You have wasted the last 23 years. You have no husband. You have no children. If you have a serious medical situation happen in the next 10 years, who is going to handle your personal affairs?
My family members, my friends.
Okay, your family members. Which family members are you referring to?
I have a sister.
How old is your sister?
She's a year older than me.
So your sister is even older than you. So in 10 years, she'd be 55 or 56. And you think she's going to be able to take care of your personal affairs in addition to her own? Is she married?
She's married.
Does she have children?
No.
So your sister has a husband. Does she live in the same state with you?
Yes. She currently moved to Texas.
Okay, so she doesn't live anywhere. She doesn't live anywhere near you, and you sitting up here telling everybody this falsehood that she's gonna come take care of your expenses or take care of your priorities. She's going to be able to take care of your obligations. Do you even hear yourself when you say that?
I do.
What you're saying is absolute fantasy.
Okay.
That's fantasy. Your sister is not going to come out here and take care of your responsibilities. She is not going to come see to your personal affairs. She can't.
What responsibilities?
That's
selling something else. They have services for that.
Ma'am, do you have a house? Ma'am, do you have a house? Do you have a car? Do you have a retirement pension?
I have things that are paid off. I don't have a pension, or no, I don't have a pension. No.
That's not a great sign. So for basically what you are a young woman who sat up here and went into the delusion that you can work. That's great when you're young, but you're not able to retire. You do realize what Black women's health expectations are as they get older, right?
I listen to you all the time. You say the life expectancy for women is around 76 or something like that.
And you're past half that, and you don't have any type of retirement.
But you don't know how much money you have saved up.
Okay, great. How much money do you have in your 401k currently?
I don't have a 401k, but I have some savings. But we're not doing a financial thing. I want to talk about.
Oh no! We gonna do that. How much do you have in your savings?
A few sums of nothing, not enough to live off of.
Okay. Thank you very much. This right here really just proves itself, ma'am. You need $2 million to be able to retire, and you're nowhere. You don't even have a 401k or a retirement vehicle to do it with. In other words, you're just working until you die. And the reason that you're working until you die is because you were a young woman who was too difficult to deal with a man and too stubborn to admit you needed one. And now you're in the latter years of your life and you don't have the option of getting a partner who will help to alleviate this burden. You are one health complication away from your life crashing down around your ears.
So how much you can ask how much I make a year?
It doesn't matter how much you make a year. It doesn't matter how much you make a year, man. You don't have anybody to help you.
Well, I feel like I'm competent enough, a go-getter, to afford what I need, which I have done that. The problem I'm having now is when I do meet somebody, they're incompetent. And why should I have to listen to bad information?
But ma'am, why is it that the competent men are avoiding you?
Because I'm not going to be splattered out for no amount of money. If you said that the man makes $250,000, would I have a threesome if he wanted? I shouldn't have to negotiate my morals for no $250. You know,
ma'am, you negotiate, man. You've negotiated your principles already. You've already negotiated the most important thing of all, your time.
Now, I'm taking care of myself.
Okay,
I'm happy with myself.
Ma'am, let me ask you a couple of questions here. Have you ever been pregnant? Yes. Have you ever been pregnant?
No, I don't have any children. No.
Okay. Have you ever been seriously involved with a man?
I have not been seriously involved with a man that was one-on-one. Maybe like 4 years I was driving local and spent time with him, but never living together.
What you're telling the world is that you have been married to your job.
Yes.
And how many females do you think are kicking in any doors to trade places with your life?
I'm happy with my life.
Ma'am, how many young women who are 21 years old, if I told them you'll be 43 years old with no husband, no kids, driving a truck through Ohio, how many females with no retirement, no savings, no benefits, and no options, how many 21-year-old females do you think would take that life and say, yeah, that's where I want to be?
People that love themselves and want to be self-sufficient and take care of themselves without any kind of stigmas of what you got to do to please somebody else.
But ma'am,
I'm happy with myself.
Okay, but you have to be happy with yourself because there isn't a man competing for your company. not one who's worth anything.
But he's not gonna make me happy.
Ma'am,
I'm
they don't.
already happy.
You're acting as if you're acting like that was a choice. You already screwed off your options. There's no man who will make you happy who's competing to come do it. That's why you're saying I don't need a man to make me happy. Yeah, nobody's opting to try to do it.
What do I need him to do that I can't do myself?
Let me say, ma'am. Let me ask you a question. How tall are you?
Yes. 5'5.5".
How much do you weigh?
Maybe about 198.
So you're 5'5" and you weigh 200 pounds.
Basically, yes, sir.
Do you see a problem?
I have had no problem with meeting males at all.
No, I didn't. First of all, the males you meet are not anything that the woman would brag about. Second of all, here is not about that. Do you have any men out there who are looking to take care of you? No, you don't. You're 5'5".
Do I need them? Okay.
Ma'am, you're 5'5". Ma'am, you're 5'5" and built like a sack of flour at the age of 43. You don't have any competent male options. That's the issue.
Well,
you don't have any.
I'm sorry. You feel that way, sir.
No, man, you just told me. You just told me you don't. You just told me you don't. Who is the competent man who has resources? Who is the competent man who has resources, who is trying to be a part of your life right now? Tell me who he is.
What resources am I?
Ma'am, I asked you a question. I asked you a question, ma'am. Okay. Who is the competent man with resources who is competing to be a part of your life now?
I have nobody competing to be a part of my life.
Thank you. This conversation has just become redundant and circular. There isn't any man who's worth a dime who's looking to be with you. I'm not saying that to be insulting. I am simply reporting the news. There isn't a competent man of resources looking to be with you because nobody wants to take care of a chick whose attitude is messed off, who comes in the room saying she doesn't need a man. If you had a quality man, you just screw it off because you don't appreciate it. So there's no reason for a competent man to waste, ma'am, be quiet. There is no reason for a competent man to waste his time calling you up or trying to be with you because you don't appreciate a competent man. So there's no reason for him to waste his time to even begin. So all you get are the incompetent men who you were complaining about before. So yeah, you do want male company, so you're lying. You do want male company, but the only thing you qualify for now is the aged out grandpa Pookie and Ray Ray, because the competent men have no use for a woman who doesn't appreciate and is not grateful for what he provides and sacrifices for. It would be wasted on you.
What am I sacrificing when I bring something to the table?
What do you bring to the table at 40? Ma'am, what do you bring to the table at 40 plus years old, 5'5" and 200 pounds?
Okay. I'm the same workhorse you be talking about. The workhorse that's going to die alone, I'm that same workhorse.
Okay, so men don't want to work. Men are not looking for a woman who's a workhorse. We're looking for a woman who's a show horse. You've totally lost the plot.
After 45? Okay.
You have lost the plot. Men are not looking for a female workhorse. We're looking for a show horse, not a workhorse.
Well, okay, the value thing, I believe I am more valuable. I haven't lost any valuable since I've aged.
You've got value to your employer, and that's marginal. You haven't increased in value to anybody outside of your employer. Tell me who you have increased in value to outside of your employer. And I'm talking about tangible value that we can measure. Tell me who's your value is increased in.
Okay. My family, my friends, somebody needs something, I'm able to help them out.
You're telling me your family sees you as more valuable now than they did 20 years ago?
Yeah, if you need help, I got it. Like, I'm out here.
So in other words,
able to provide.
Do you realize what you really just said? You have really just told everybody that you are the female man in your family, is what you've told everybody. You're the female man.
I feel like I'm telling men that I have something to bring to the table. Why work twice as hard when I can help and we can retire early and live a good life.
Ma'am, how is he
Like,
going to
why
live?
wouldn't I
What
show
kind
you?
of life,
Okay.
man? What kind of life does an overachieving man have to look forward to with a 40-plus-year-old, 5'5", 200-pound woman? Where's the
Happiness.
payoff? How happy can a 40-plus-year-old? How happy can a 40-plus-year-old, 200-pound, 5'5" woman make a man?
I've made them very happy. I'm very attentive.
You've
I
made
listen.
okay, ma'am. You said you've made them. You've made them very happy. Where are they now?
Very happy.
Where are they now?
They've been let go.
Okay, then in other
They've
words, you
been
made
let
them.
go 'cause
You made them
they
so
haven't-
happy that they're not there anymore.
I let them go.
Ma'am, if you let them go, then they
Once
were not.
again,
If you let them
okay.
go, then clearly they were not interested in doing anything for you. Or either that, or you're just a very bad.
No.
You just fumbled the ball and you ran them off, and you made them unmotivated to do anything for you. But either way, it comes back to you because
I don't need.
you're the only common denominator.
I need you to. You keep saying I need you to do something for me. I need companionship. I need you to listen, not be combative with me.
Ma'am,
Like, I don't need
why
you to
does
keep
a
my hair
why does a
and
man
nails
need why does
Okay.
a man need to listen to you? No offense. No
Because I have
offense.
something to say.
Ma'am,
we both,
there are people
Jesus
at
and God has put us.
there are people at
Okay.
insane asylums
We
who
all-
have something to
okay.
say, ma'am. Why would
So
a
if you're a man,
why would a man want to
If you're a
give
man-
up his other
okay.
options to listen to you? I'm just asking, why would he do that? Why?
why not?
Because
What
you're
have I said
because
that
you're
was so
40 plus years old, 5'5" and 200 pounds of surly masculine energy. That's why.
But you, they do tell me I am masculine. I act like a man.
Thank
That's fine,
you.
But they still like me. They still like me though. You acting
Okay,
like
the they who like you. How much money a year does
Yes.
much money a year does one of they make?
the same amount. They truck drivers. They could be falling under me a little bit.
Yeah, in other words,
I mean, I'm very
these are
consistent.
dudes who run the
Okay.
roads. They got children. They got side chicks. They got
They do.
lot
They
lizards.
do.
Yeah, that's what you qualify for. This is a very damning commentary. I'm not making it look bad, y'all. I'm just reporting the news. Okay, don't get mad at me. I'm just reporting the news, ma'am.
You saying what application have I filled out for you to provide? What happens when a man's 42 and 43 and he ain't got no wife? What does that make him? Not valuable anymore?
Ma'am, as
What
men
does that make the man when
ma'am,
it happened to him?
Ma'am, y'all keep going to these
Yes?
same old deflections. Be quiet and just learn. Women are not looking for the same thing from a man that a man is looking for from a woman. So for that reason, you can't ask silly questions like when we get older. Our earning ability increases as we get older. That's the difference. What you want from us is our ability to produce. We're not the show horses. We're the work horses. So as long as a man can provide at a high level, he is going to have a numerous amount of female options. It doesn't work in reverse for you. Your ability to produce does not attract quality men to you. The men who it does attract, you don't want. So no, ma'am, as we get older, our ability to produce doesn't fall off. We get more valuable
Again,
as producers as we get older.
Financially, but women
Financially,
won't,
financially, socially, emotionally,
Can y'all perform?
intellectually,
What
financially,
about performing?
ma'am.
What about
Financially, emotionally,
Okay.
intellectually, socially, we improve as we get older. As a quality man, our shelf life of being able to do that is a very long runway. It basically extends almost to the point of death. A woman's does not
women
do that.
deteriorate?
Women's value starts to depreciate at roughly after the age of 25. It'll either be a slow decline or a steep drop off. But the bottom line is you can't negotiate with men for what you could at 35, what you were able to at 25. It doesn't work that way. A man is only hitting his stride when he gets in his mid-30s. For you, the game is pretty much over by the time you get to your mid-30s. If you haven't already picked a producer and a horse to ride, you're done. And you'll be 40.
I'm done with his help.
You'll be 40
The help
plus
that I
years.
never had.
You'll be 40 plus years old or 50 plus years old, having to get out here in the brutal summer heats or the frigid cold in the winter, changing tires on the trucks and the tow balls and the third wheels in the middle of the elements when it's raining. And when it's raining, getting pulled over by the state police in South Carolina, having motor issues. You're 50-something years old having to deal with that. When if you had just minded your damn manners when you were 22, you'd have a man out here doing that for you, and you would be sitting at home comfortable, not aggravating your arthritis and your gout.
Y'all be cheating. Yeah, y'all run off at the mouth all the time.
We
y'all
paid the cost to
need
be the
money.
damn boss. You damn right we get to do that. We paid the cost to be the boss. We're the ones who let you sit up. It's not the other way around, ma'am. You damn right we earned the right to do that. And you don't appreciate a man who's done that, including your father.
My father has did his job and sent me out on my way at 18, so his job has been done.
Your father
But for me
your
and they're
father
not
fumbled
doing-
the ball.
Okay.
He did not raise a feminine daughter who could attract a quality male. That's a problem. Because now you're paying for this for the rest of your life.
Okay.
You've been paying for this with the rest of your life. His inadequacy to develop you into a woman who could attract a quality male, you're paying the bill on that now.
I beg to differ, sir.
Ma'am, you're on the phone with me
It's
right now
quick,
talking about
man,
your
I hear you.
18-wheeler while you're on the road going somewhere. What you talking about? You beg to differ. You're living what I'm talking about. What the hell are you talking about? You're living it.
I ain't got to suck no dick to get my rent paid. I
Ma'am.
ain't got to put up with no mouth. I ain't got to do that. I'm happy with that.
Ma'am, let me ask you a question.
When y'all learn how to talk,
Ma'am, let me ask you a question.
don't suck
Are
my dick
you-
to get your rent paid.
Ma'am, are you a ma'am?
No, I'm not doing none of that.
Ma'am, guess what? Your lips are
Okay.
kissing white folks' asses to get your rent paid. You feel better?
No, I feel pretty good about myself that I'm working a 9 to 5 and
Okay,
making sure
your lips
that I
your
need
lips
for
are
that
kissed.
every
Your
morning.
lips are wrapped around them white men's asses to pay your rent. That's you call that an improvement? You call that an improvement?
So what the man gonna?
No, don't
What's
answer
the
a question
man
with a
gonna do?
question,
What's the-
ma'am. No, while you worry about what your
Okay.
lips are doing, your lips are wrapped around them white folks' asses to pay your rent. You could have a husband instead. You're talking about working for them white folks is better than having a husband? Are you mental?
And let him suck the white man's dick. Let him keep sucking the dick by himself. Like, what you talking about, sir? He
Ma'am?
don't suck the dick to be the workhorse. How long he finna be sucking dick for then?
That's
He
not,
the workhorse,
ma'am.
ain't he?
If
How long
he's
he finna
if he's
suck
the
dick?
workhorse, you supposed to sit back and let him do what he do. You ain't gonna be able to stare down no white man the way that the black man is. Stop with the cat.
Well, that mean I don't love him. If I'm letting him carry the whole load, I don't love him. He just a workhorse.
No, man.
He not
A quality
He's
man is
sucking
not
his
looking
ass
for
out.
you to quote unquote help him carry no load as your expression of affection. A woman doesn't express her
quality-
affection by quote carrying the load. A woman expresses her affection by deferring to the man, which is a concept you are
Or
completely
deferring the
foreign
load.
to.
I'm trying to defer the load off of him so we can both relax. When
A
it's
man, a
bad.
quality man don't need
I
your
thought you
damn
did.
help to carry the load. Them bum niggas you've been dealing with need your help. A quality man doesn't need your damn help.
So you want me to stroke his ego and just let him be a workhorse his whole life?
Yeah, that's what you're
Just
supposed to
stroke his
do.
ego.
That's what you're supposed
Okay.
to do. The problem you have with it is that you're inadequate and inept at it.
I think I love my man enough not to just put the burden on him.
When's
But
the last time you had a
They
man?
don't want me, then fine.
When's the last time you had a man?
I'm dealing with somebody right now, but
I
wouldn't
don't
necessarily
believe you.
call him my man.
I don't
man.
believe you.
I mean, I'm laying up.
I wanna talk.
been laying up for a minute.
I wanna talk to him. I don't believe you. I wanna talk to him.
He put me on you. He on here. He on.
Put him on the phone.
He put me on you.
Put him on the phone.
Oh wow. I gotta call him on 3 see if he gonna answer the phone. That's
I
crazy.
don't believe you.
Hold on,
Put him
let
on
me
the
see if
phone.
he answer the phone. Okay, hold on.
Amber, you see what I got to deal with here?
Oh,
And
this is
the
too
life
funny.
lessons to the young ladies. Do you see what I have to deal with here? This is a public service that I'm offering everybody here. I've got a bunch of delusional chicks on the line talking crazy and every damn thing else. She was 40-something years old.
Hello.
Yes,
Go
ma'am.
ahead. Talk to him.
Go ahead,
What's
brother.
going on, Jason?
What happened? What happened? Just between you and me. Come on now, lay it on the line for me. What happened? What went wrong?
I'm a driver too, man.
And about me, but
Uh,
that I'm controlling.
Okay, ma'am, hold on a second. Let this man speak. Don't overtalk him like that. Let this man
Okay.
speak.
Okay,
Brother, this is what I'm talking about right here. This is the problem right here. Do you see what just happened?
hey,
How did you
Jason,
end
look,
up? How did you end up here? I'm trying to help you. How did you end up here?
I had met her. I was dropping off a load, and
Clearly.
I was dropping off a load. We met at a DC somewhere, and
Just
she
say a truck
had
stop. Just say a truck stop.
Gave
man.
me
Just
her
say,
phone.
just say a truck
Which-
stop. Just say I met her at the
Nah.
truck stop.
No, it ain't a truck stop, bro. It was at I think it was at a Costco DC.
All right.
And we just started talking because she's a driver. She's been driving longer than I have, and we was talking. But what happened was, you pretty much right with that. Like she's not that feminine. She does have a attitude problem, and to the point where it'll make a docile man call her a bitch and shit, and
the masculine energy
I've
is
told
off
her-
the charts, dude.
I've told her about the masculine energy thing too. Like, you could even ask her. I told her about that. I told her about how she doesn't have much to bargain with as far as her age. Like even me, I make the same amount, if not more, than she does. So I don't need her to take care of me. My
Am I not
credit
good
is
to you
good.
though? Am I good to you though? You acting like I ain't treating you good
Are-
though.
Yeah, but the attitude thing, you do treat me good.
Brother.
But when I do get out of pocket, you start calling me bitches and shit. Like, who does that?
Because
And when
you
I say I don't
coming
like
when
it,
you coming like a dude, what do you think gonna happen?
why I can't have my own personality? This is my personality.
Yes, and
but I treat him
men,
good.
ma'am,
But-
men
Hey, check this
use
out.
the tool.
And how she
Ma'am.
call her own self.
Okay,
a bitch.
slow down.
She like, I'm a
Slow
bad
down,
bitch
both
and
of you.
all that.
I don't do
Men
that.
use
No,
the
no.
tools that work, Cassie. If feminine tools worked with you, men would use that. Feminine tools don't work with you. We got to bring out the heavy machinery. And that's because you don't respond to feminine tools. Feminine tools are light and subtle. You don't respond to those. Maybe if you responded to them, then men wouldn't have to drag out the big hardware. How
I'm
about
not
that?
struggling.
Okay, ma'am, you are
Okay.
struggling.
Am I?
We already covered that. You are socially struggling, physically struggling, financially struggling. You aren't struggling. You're over the age of 40. You're overweight, over the line, over the limit. You don't have any retirement savings whatsoever. None.
He said I'm overweight. I guess he generalizing how women built. I'm just overweight.
Ma'am, stop
He said
it.
I'm overweight.
Ma'am,
I'm
stop
not
it.
built.
Just stop
Yeah,
it.
Okay.
Ma'am,
sir.
the bottom line is you are right now. You've just been working for 20 years. You are
where do I go from here?
closer to being ready to stop working today than you were 20 years ago. You might as well have just started working 3 years ago for the amount of results you have to show for it.
I got some results. It ain't no man, but I got some results.
Ma'am,
Where do I
you
go
don't
from
have
here?
you don't
You
have
play
any
nice.
results. If you needed to retire in 10 years, you couldn't do it.
I have assets that I could sell off to do that. But
Wow.
that
So
when I'm still in
you've worked your whole life, and the only way that you can sustain yourself is if you used your life as a pawn shop and started selling things.
Yeah, for 10 to 20 years from now, to live this for 10 to 20 years, I can live without working.
How well are you going to live for 10 or 20 years with the assets that you currently have if you sold them?
Probably apartment living.
And is that where you thought is that where you hoped your life would be at the age of 60?
That's why I'm still going, sir.
Okay, second time.
I still have life.
Second time. Is that where you hoped your life would be at the age of 60?
At 60, I do not plan on apartment living and selling off assets to get to apartment living. No.
Okay, well, right now, baby, your 18-wheeler is in the express lane to go straight to work until you 80.
How much can you possibly provide? You only human. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to live this reality that,
ma'am,
you're a man.
You are a woman.
You
ain't
going
to.
Too.
Ma'am, how many 70-year-old female truck drivers have you met?
I'm not looking to meet them.
Okay,
I'm
second time, ma'am. How many 70-year-old female truck drivers have you met?
I see them driving, but I ain't never talked to them. I see them older out here, but I ain't never like, hey,
70-year-old, does DOT even allow that?
Actually, they do. I've known older male drivers that's driving. I don't know about the women, but I see them older.
Thank you. I wasn't using subterfuge, everybody. I need to get her to go ahead and tell the truth about that. Yes, it's allowable, but you're only going to see men doing it. There are no 70-year-old female truck drivers. Ma'am,
this is a
how many
60
60-year-old female truck drivers have you met?
I know one right now. She's 56.
I said 60.
You want me to?
60.
Oh, no, she's like 56.
Thank you very much.
Three more years ago.
Okay,
she got kicking though. She in it to win it. Nothing wrong with it.
She's already lost. What you talking about?
No
How are you going to talk about she's in it to win it? She's already lost it. What the hell are you talking about? She's already lost. What the hell is this science fiction you doing? She's already lost.
If you lost, that means you depend on somebody else.
No, ma'am. Losing is working with no damn end in sight. That's losing.
It seems like we all on that path.
We all ain't. Joe Biden asked, he's been on vacation now for 20 years. You are working. Joe Biden doesn't go anywhere he doesn't want to go. You get white folk who give you a dispatch notice and tell you where you going every day. Don't even try to compare your life to theirs.
And I love what I do. I love what I do.
Where's your man at? Put your man back on the phone. Put your man back on the phone.
What's good?
Brother, how did you end up here?
Okay.
How did you end up here with her? How did this happen? I heard about the Costco thing, but that's not what I mean. I'm saying, brother, which way did your life go that this was where you ended up at? That's what I'm trying to ask you.
Okay. I listen to you. I've been listening to you for about 10 years, and I came from a bastard baby maker. I was born in '84, so I went through the crack era.
Brother.
I grew up. I didn't have a father, but I had my uncles and I had my grandfather, and I had my grandfather. I didn't do any jail. Yeah,
sir. You're what, 5 or 6? You're 5 or 6 years younger than she is. And you got a CDL.
Yes, sir.
You have a CDL.
Yes.
You have all. Do you have all your endorsements?
I'm on the road right now.
Do you have all your endorsements?
I didn't need all. No, I didn't. No,
and that's the first reason why this is where you at right here.
I have.
Upgrade. Brother, the struggle. How many kids do you have? Be honest. Be honest. How many kids you got?
I have 2 boys.
There you go. Okay. How much child support you paying?
I don't play much. Me and my baby mama cool.
Okay.
It's like $400.
Okay.
I see. I'm a 1099. Oh, I wanted to tell you this. A lot of those dudes, like the guy that was driving for Warner, you want to drive for a 1099 company. Like this company, I work for a 1099. I run my taxes through my LLC. So, and I also through my LLC have a business account.
I hope the new law in California doesn't derail that for you. So we'll have to see how that goes.
I live in Texas. Okay. I live in Texas.
Well, I guess
and my company is from out of Illinois.
I guess his plan is to avoid California. So congratulations if you can do that. Here's the real thing I'm saying. Slow down. Here's the issue, brother. What I'm saying is you doing a whole lot over there for some companionship, ain't you?
I really don't have time, bro. I run cross country.
So what you're telling me is that her attitude issues are minimally impacting you because you ain't really there.
Oh no, I have issues with her attitude all the time. You know what I'm saying? And
okay, that's my point. That's my point, brother. That. So I'm telling you, you doing a hell of a whole lot for some companionship, ain't you?
Yeah.
You doing the most, brother. You doing the most. You ain't just doing a lot. You doing the most over there. That's the point I'm trying to make to you, bruh. At 43 years old, 5'5" and 200 pounds, this is the best we can do? Don't answer that because you ain't got to lay it with me. You ain't got to lay it with her. You can't lay it with me. You got to lay it with her. So don't answer that directly. But brother, what I'm saying is, are you dealing with all that and a disciplinary problem too? Brother, do you realize you basically reduced it down to, look, she's a warm place to lay up at. Really? This is where we at?
I'm nice.
No.
I don't like a sack of potatoes.
No.
I don't make him do everything when it's time for us to hang out. He ain't got to be putting his priorities to the side.
You do not appreciate, nor are you grateful to have. Me? No, you do not appreciate, and you are not grateful. If you sit up here, ma'am, is this a hostage situation? It sounds like you got him around the collar talking about, I'm grateful to you, nigga. I'm grateful to you. That's the problem. This doesn't even sound comforting or loving while you're saying it. It sounds like you have him in a headlock talking about, tell him I'm grateful to you, nigga. Tell him I'm grateful.
I don't want to embarrass. She's a real cool person, man. She's really good to talk to. She knows a lot about the industry. She didn't tell you she got her own truck too, brother.
The problem is she got to be. The problem is she's got to be productive because she's got so many attitude problems that will make her too undesirable to a fella of quality who's gonna fool with her for real. She ain't supposed to be pushing her own rig. That's the problem, dude.
I was telling her that same thing. I was telling her I would have did it. Because that's where I'm at, that's why what I'm doing.
Look, here's the bottom line. Okay, here's the bottom line. A woman who knows that she doesn't qualify for a quality man, and furthermore, she knows that she's such a hard head and a difficult person to deal with, she's never going to let you have the reins, nor is she ever going to trust you enough to be in charge because she doesn't actually believe that she can keep you because she knows she's not able to. That's the problem.
You are right. You're right. And she could tell you this. I always was on. What did I used to tell? I used to tell her all the time. I'm not looking for a relationship. And I told her it was with the first 2 weeks when we were talking. I was telling her that I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm focused on building. I already made the mistake of having 2 kids with this chick that I'm not gonna marry. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, and now you got this chick that you ain't gonna marry.
And that's cool with me.
It better, in your case, it better be.
But he's still a man, though. We both pulling
Okay.
the same thing. It's not like, ooh.
Here is what I'm telling. Here's what I'm telling.
Like,
no, here's what I'm telling you. I'm telling
And
you
that's
that,
not something that's important to me, though,
ma'am.
Jason.
I'm telling you
Jason,
this.
her being
Okay,
able to
slow
produce
down. This fella is the
is not
last
important.
train leaving for
if you're
you,
not a
ma'am.
Captain Save
Okay,
the
ma'am, this
can't
fella
have-
is
can't have
for these two, like
Sorry.
Tupac and Jim Belushi and gang related. Ma'am, this is the last train leaving for you. This is the last train leaving.
Mhm.
I suggest you get a ticket to ride. This is your last train leaving.
What to do now? What to do now? Just play nice.
Hold on to
What
him.
you want me to do? Play
Hold
nice
on.
to the men?
Don't ask no damn questions. Keep a smile on your face to the extent you can, and hold on for dear life.
Okay.
This is the last train leaving.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
I suggest you be on it.